Pencil power. Well, hello there, art adventurers. Yesterday, I discovered an exciting new way to draw the human figure, and it was especially helping me with the female form, which is one that I've struggled with more than the male figure structural drawing to get the vibe in place, as you're seeing over here, that you can build the anatomy on top of. And this is called the double heart method. Wow, ooh la la. So it's actually kind of shockingly easy, and so I wanted to create a video to share it with you guys. So starting with the female form, if we just create what is an upside down heart with the rounded, like the tip is rounded. So you can see how that is basically just a heart but upside down. And then we're going to do another one mirroring it and just about the same size. You can mess with these sizes, as you mess around with this technique to create different forms and figures. And but for now, let's start with the same size. And then coming in around here, we're going to connect that to the outside edge of the bottom, and with a little bit of, like the hourglass inward curve. So you can do it as curves, you can do it as two lines like that. And then also for other like body, you can do all sorts of body shapes with this technique too, if you wanted to connect it, more like that, or however you decide. But that's something I'll let you guys experiment with. I'm just going to kind of go with this basic way for now. And then you can see how you've already pretty much gotten the basic torso down and you got a good shape. You got the slight bit of the neck there, and then kind of go out and put two C shapes for the shoulders. You're going to see where the arms can come out, and then the legs are going to start from the top of this hip and maybe leave just a little gap in between the legs. And you can look at my how to draw the structure of the body video to see how I do the arms and legs in this case, but you could do it also using a lot of methods. But I really just wanted to focus on the torso for now. And so that basically gives you the female body, and then the male one is going to have a similar form, but you're just going to flatten it out. So instead of like that, you've got the top is flat, almost cut off, and then this is almost just straight. In fact, you could probably get away with just doing it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be easier just to use this shape. But I think actually having that slight curve in there gives a better feel for the form, so let's keep it that way. Ever so slight curve right there, if you can see that. And then the bottom is a regular heart, but it's considerably less wide than the top. And then you connect on the outside edge of each of these with just a straight line, basically. And then this, put in the C's, drop some arms, put in the shoulders with these C cup shapes, drop some arms, the neck, the head, and drop it in some legs in there. And that's basically it. What I'll do now is I can go ahead and show you a little bit more anatomy on there. So I'll drop the opacity on this layer and draw on top of it with a little bit of a darker color. So you can see how the male, these are following these lines, you can already get a lot of the musculature. Here, you might still have, oops, oh well. I'm really having trouble over here keeping everything, keeping everything cool. So you could put the, so you see how there is like this kind of angle here, just ever so slightly right there on the male figure. And then you've got the rib cage showing a little bit, so you can put this here. Female is going to have, this is going to show you where the breasts are basically, and you can kind of work out from there. This one's maybe a little bit accentuated, so everything's a little bit softer on the female form, less sharp edges. And I think the belly button's a little bit higher on a male for some reason. I believe that's true, but I can't be 100% sure. These kind of lines here will give you an idea of how the torso, this iliac crest, I'm not going to get too much into the anatomy. Again, you'll have that here, but you can make it a softer form. And that's basically it. I think that's what I want to get into and not get too much more into details at this point, because I really just wanted to show the method of drawing the torso using this double heart method. Hope this was helpful and that it has imbued you with just a little more pencil power. All right.